On tonight, and windy too. Wow. We are having a weird winter this year. Um, well, we are live again. First time on YouTube since September. Hello everybody, welcome to It's a Camping Theme. My name is Paul. Been a long time since I said that, but you know what? Gotta start getting back into it. It is January the 20th, 2024, and as I just said, I've not done any YouTube since September. I took a bit of a break and kind of lost sight of a few things for a while. So, we're live, we're in my garden. Well, you can pretty much see, well, you can see the shed. That's actually going to be moved in the next few months. We're having a bit of a change in the house, the garden, everything's being moved around and being sorted out soon. Yeah, and Muggins here is going to have to go and do a lot of that. So it's going to be a busy few months for me. So yeah, in this video, I haven't done any camping since September. Yeah, I know, shocker. So the last time I went camping was with my mom and Bella, my dog, and we went to the Compass Camping and Caravanning Club, and yeah, it was a good time. And I didn't realise at the time that that was actually going to be the last time I was going camping until at least January. And now we've got a storm coming in tomorrow. I think it's called Storm ISO. I don't know. I forget the name. But there's going to be a lot of wind, 40-mile-an-hour winds, rain, you name it. It's going to be bad. Now, I didn't do any camping sort of November, December, and that was because we had a deluge of rain. Now, where I work, I've worked there for 20 years, and in 20 years, the road that leads up to it has flooded twice. It's actually flooded twice more in 1 month. That's how much rain that we've had. Now, I'm saying that purely down to the fact that I've not been able to do any camping at campsites and that because they're just not accepting anybody, because obviously the ground is going to be waterlogged and not really fit for camping. And yeah, a few other things as well. I kind of lost track of a few things, and I got ill more than once. I think I had COVID once, and I had this 100-day cough where, I don't know if you've heard about it, it's been in the press quite a bit, but where basically you cough for 100 days. And I just couldn't seem to make a video at all during that time. As I said, the ground was waterlogged. Couldn't really do anything out here. I mean, even now I'm standing on the grass. It's quite frozen at the moment. It's very, very cold. You can't see it obviously from this viewpoint, but it's yeah, it's been a mixture of health and weather and a lot of things going on. Some of it I'm not going to tell you about because it's just private. But yeah, I've had a lot of bad luck. Some people say there's no such thing as bad luck. I kind of disagree. I kind of got to know it firsthand. I actually had a thing where my brake light bulb went. It was pointed out to me that my brake light bulb went, and I went and got it changed. It was pouring down with rain, as I said, and then I got somebody to fit it for me because I thought, well, you know, pay someone to do it, it's easier. And they put it in, and then the next day I got something called engine service check. Right, okay, turn that off. Engine service check, and it got to be a bit of a worry. A little orange spanner sign came up, and I realised the fact that my little tail light, not my tail light, my brake light, sorry, my brake light above on the boot lid thing, the little strip, was illuminating as soon as I put the lights on. So my brake light was actually acting like a tail light. So, and then my car started kind of braking, like where it was like kind of doing this. Took it to the garage, and it just turned out the fact that it was the wrong bulb that was shorting out the whole car. So, and then I dropped my phone in the toilet, not good. Dropped the Wi-Fi on the floor, again not good. So I had no way of contacting people for a little while. And then I decided to go for these long walks. I was doing like 10-12 mile walks just to kind of clear my head, because literally when bad luck happens you're thinking, or when's this going to end? And it just never seemed to do, and that continued up until even yesterday, where my bad luck just like, okay, here we go again. So apologies for the fact that there's been a lack of content on the channel. I am trying to put out right, although I think it's now starting to rain, so I might have to go inside. So yeah, what's happened at the moment as far as camping with me is concerned lately is, if you watched any of my previous videos, you'll notice the fact that I do a lot of camping at Camping and Caravanning Club, and to get your discount on that you need to be a member. And I didn't realise, I thought it was like your car insurance where it auto renews. Mine was due at the end of December and it elapsed, and I didn't realise the fact that actually you have to click on a little tab on the computer to say the fact that you want to renew with the club, and I didn't. Now obviously between Christmas and New Year, money's a little bit tight, it really is, so I haven't renewed with that. I probably will do in the near future, but obviously this time of year money's a little bit tight, as I said. Yeah, it's been terrible few months. I've been in hospital I think twice, maybe 3 times now. I've still got pain in my stomach now, and they can't seem to find the problem. I've got to go to the doctors for a blood test on Monday to see what all that's about. Yeah, and then obviously I had the anniversary of Buster's death on the 9th of January, which I hadn't dealt with his grief very well in the previous year. I kind of blame myself for his death, if that makes any sense. I think as a guardian, like, you know, if you've got kids or a dog, oh no, it's starting to rain now, and Jackie's not really good dress, I think. I might have to move the camera. Again, just my luck, the weather, I come out here, it hasn't rained, and now it's starting to rain. That was a swear word in some language. Anyway, I forget what the point I was at. So yeah, I've not been online. Thankfully my 100-day cough has now elapsed. It's now 140 odd days, but yeah, it's been tough. I mean, really tough. So I've been thinking the last 2, maybe 3 days now about how I can get myself back on track, and I've kind of lost sight of who I am in a way. So I want to talk about what camping means to me, and even YouTube to some extent. So camping for me is my means of escape. It means the fact that I can book a trip and I can see places that I would not normally be able to see. Now I know I have used a place not far from here, Compass Camping and Caravanning Club, but even just a little break away from the norm, break from the same 4 walls, is a nice little thing where you can just get away from everyone and everything. And even in the garden, it's nice. It's a break in routine. So that's what camping does for me. Now I like to go to the Lake District. I've done it many times, and I've got another trip booked for this year, later on this year, to go back there, and possibly other places as well. If I was to go to the Lake District now, it would take me about 2.5 hours. No, 4.5 hours, sorry. It's a 200-mile plus drive. So it's not really like a place that I want to visit in one day, or maybe just over one night. I want to do it over several days and enjoy it. I don't want to get there, feel exhausted, and have to drive back. That would just be dangerous and silly. So camping for me is a cheaper alternative to hotels. It also lets me kind of wake up in an environment where I can hear bird song and just feel at one with nature. It feels good. So that's what camping is for me. It is kind of like my therapy, if you like. And from somebody that many years ago who suffered with depression, I wouldn't even set foot out front of the front door for a while, or answer the phone. My confidence was at an all-time low. So for me, doing things like that is a gentle reminder of how far I have come. But I haven't done it for a while, and I need to do it again. I need to kind of go back and redo that, because I have been struggling with my own mental health, if you like. I have been not doing the things I used to love on a regular basis, and I need to get back to it. And this is why I'm kind of not rebooting, but coming back to the YouTube channel, because another part of me which I've noticed recently is the fact that I like to achieve things. I like to do things that kind of push me, and at the end of it I want a product. Now it's okay for me to go for a 10-mile walk, like I said earlier, like I did to go and clear my head, and that's great. You do a 10-mile walk, but by the end of it all you've got is a little app saying about, hey, you walked 10 miles and your legs ache. That's it. So I want to achieve something. So when I go camping, I like to make videos and document my videos. If you've seen Buster on this channel, for me it's nice the fact that I can go onto my YouTube channel and look back at my videos and see him again as he was and be reminded, and then he kind of lives on a little bit. Although I suppose now when I think about it, that's probably a little bit wrong, because he never truly let go. But that said, at least I can see the places I've been to, the trips, like when I went to the Lake District and did my first wild camp kayaking out to not Marin, I forget the name of the island now, but there was an island there I camped out on, and I can go back and I can relive those adventures, and it's amazing the things that you remember when you watch those videos. That's one of the reasons why I like to make. Wow, you see really is blowing now, we've got the storm coming in, as I said. So that's what I need to get back to. I need to keep achieving things. I'm not going to keep going for these 10-mile walks anymore. I'm not going to keep doing the things that kind of were making me ill to a point. I need to address them. So that's what camping does for me. And I say YouTube plays a massive part, because by the end of it I've got something to show for it. I've got the challenge of making the videos, to do things like this where you're just talking to a phone or to a GoPro. I've got a story about a GoPro actually. And it's a challenge talking to a camera and saying, hello everybody, welcome to It's a Camping Thing, you join me here, you get the drift. And then subsequently I need to edit them as well, so that is a challenge, and adding in music and that as well. So that's why I like to do that, and that's why I need to do more of it. The trouble is, at the moment the weather's not really playing ball. As I said, it is the 20th of January 2024. Yeah, we're getting there. It's hard, it's difficult, but I know what I need to do now, and I will get there. I've got a good family around me. I've got little Bella, and yeah, that's really pretty much all I've got to say. So the future's whatever you kind of make it, isn't it? It's kind of, the past doesn't define you, it's who you are now and who you want to be in the future. And I need to be a better person, I know that, and I need to be working hard again at this. So apologies if you have subscribed to this channel and then gone, hey, he hasn't answered my question, or hey, he hasn't posted a video in a long time. There's reason for it, and I don't always tell people straight away what's going on, because sometimes it involves other people, and that's not fair on them if I involve them. This is a public platform, but we all have private lives, so yeah. But anyway, I'm going to stay out here for 2 more minutes, and then I think I'm going to go, because it is starting to, it is raining gently. The other thing I want to talk about briefly in this 2 minutes or 1 minute and 40 seconds is the fact that I've not been purchasing any more camping equipment, and that's because I was told by somebody that I will not name, is the fact that there are looking to be a few new lines coming in. By that I mean products coming in for 2024. So obviously around about March, April time, when people start thinking, hey look, the weather's going to get better, let's start thinking about buying a tent, then that's the time I need to start thinking about purchasing a tent. So I've not been purchasing anything now, because obviously then that would be last year's product, and then it would be irrelevant, because obviously then you'd go, hey, where can I buy a tent? You can't, it's discontinued, you can't. So there's no point me buying equipment if it's going to be outdated straight away. So I'm kind of waiting for the manufacturers to get their new products out on the line, and I can then purchase them and see where we're going to go. Another one aspect, that 2 minutes is going to be a long 2 minutes. Another aspect I want to talk about is the fact that I looked at my collection of tents when I was up in the loft the other day, because we've got a, not along with the garden that we need to change, we're also doing the loft as well. We're doing, wow, that wind. We're also doing the loft. I've got to clear out the loft, and I was looking at all the tents, and I was like thinking, I've got a lot of these 2 and 3 person tents, and I've kind of got too many away, but I've not got many of the larger 4 person tents. Now the idea with this garden is, because the reason we're making changes is the fact that that shed's going to be moved over there, and then this grass area, those trees are going to come down, and then this grass area is going to be extended all the way to the back, which means that we're going to have a much larger grass footprint. That means I can get a bigger tent. Now the reason why I want a bigger tent is because I just want a bit of extra luxury, and the reason why I want a bigger garden is because the fact that if it does pour rain when I'm at a campsite, the fact that I can actually take that down, take it home, put it on the lawn, and let nature do its course, and hopefully the weather plays ball, that tent is going to be able to dry. Now if I don't have a large garden, I don't know really how I'm going to be able to dry a tent that I can't put up anywhere, I can't erect it anywhere. So that's my kind of theory. This is something I've been thinking about for the last few days, where it's been discussed about what we're doing with this. As I said, it's still a few months away, the whole thing, but we'll get there. Obviously now in January the 20th, I might have said that once or twice, is not really the right time for doing that. So right now at the moment I'm kind of getting the house sort of ready, so I'm doing the loft and lots of other things at the moment, and then I'll be making a start on the garden when it's the right time to do so. There we go. So I want to apologise, that 2 minutes is really I want to apologise again for the lack of content on this channel. That will be changing, and I'm not going to tell you exactly when the next video is going to be coming on. I have got ideas for videos I want to make. I have done videos where I talk about reasons to purchase this product or that product, like the Keshwar budget tents, reasons to purchase them, that sort of thing. I want to do more of them, because they are still ongoing products. You are able to purchase them now, and I believe that they will be continuing on. But a lot of other products, I'm not really sure. So there we go. That's a rundown of everything that's happened. I hope you join me, because in the end of the day, making YouTube videos is not easy. It is very hard. It's actually one of the hardest things I've ever done. And I've also got to say my GoPro about, I was going to talk to you about it, but I've got a GoPro Hero 9. Well, that still means really. I've got a GoPro Hero 9 and a GoPro Hero 10, and my GoPro Hero 10 has died on me. That was another thing that went wrong. The GoPro Hero 10, the front screen is just black. There's a little red light above it that just stays on, and then you put the battery, which is full. I know it's full because I put it in the charger, it's full. I put it in the GoPro Hero 9, it says 100%. Put it in the 10, and literally it says battery empty, and then rejects it. I put it back in the 9, and it say 99% battery full. So I've got to send that back. The trouble is, a battery to change your GoPro camera here in the UK at the moment costs £115. That's £115 that at the moment I could really do with spending on other things. I should be buying things like coffee machines and things like that. That'll teach me a lesson. So there we go. Anyway, I'm going to go. It's cold. This video is now 90 minutes long, so I want to thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, or found it in any way helpful, or the fact that it's just nice to see my ugly mush again, please consider liking, leaving a comment, and subscribing to the channel. I'm going to go now because it's starting to rain and it's freezing cold. Take care. See you soon.